My beloved child, stop turning your face away from what your heart already knows. I see every moment you try to distract yourself, every time you tell yourself you are fine, every time you silence the quiet ache that rises when you are alone. You think ignoring it will make it disappear, but love does not fade because it is unseen. I am speaking to you now because you are ready to listen, even if you feel afraid of what you might hear. I am not here to accuse you, and I am not here to wound you. I am here because I love you, and because truth, when wrapped in my love, is what finally sets you free. I know how deeply you care. I know how much you have invested emotionally, spiritually, and silently. I have watched you pray with hope in your chest and tears behind your eyes. I have watched you wait, telling yourself that patience is faith, that endurance is strength. And yes, there is beauty in patience, but there is also danger in ignoring what I am trying to reveal. You feel it already. You sense that something is not aligned, not whole, not settled. You are not imagining it. I would never allow confusion to torment you without also offering clarity. Hear me gently now. He does love you. That part is true. His feelings are real, and his connection with you is not a lie. But there is another truth you have been avoiding because it hurts to look at it directly. She still has power over his heart. Not because she is greater than you. Not because you are lacking. But because unresolved bonds, unfinished emotions, and unhealed memories can hold a person captive long after a chapter should have closed. This is not a judgment of him, and it is not a condemnation of you. It is simply the reality I need you to see clearly. I see how this has made you question your worth. I see the way you replay conversations, searching for signs, trying to decode silence, wondering if you did something wrong. My child, you did not fail. You did not imagine love that wasn't there. But love alone is not enough when someone is divided within themselves. A heart that is still tethered cannot fully choose. No matter how sincere it feels in moments of emotion. This is why you feel pulled forward one day and pushed away the next. This is why your spirit feels unsettled instead of secure. I need you to stop ignoring the discomfort I have been allowing you to feel. That discomfort is not punishment. It is protection. It is my spirit whispering, pay attention. Do not abandon yourself trying to save something that is not whole. You were never meant to compete for love. You were never meant to accept half presence, delayed commitment, or hidden hesitation. I did not create you to live in uncertainty, wondering where you stand or whether you are chosen today and forgotten tomorrow. Listen to me closely now. Love that is meant to build you will bring peace, not constant anxiety. It will bring clarity, not endless questions. It will bring consistency, not emotional highs followed by painful silence. I know you have been telling yourself to be patient a little longer, to wait for him to finally let go, to believe that your love will be enough to change his heart. But I am asking you something different. I am asking you to value yourself enough to stop ignoring what is costing you your peace. This does not mean you must hate him. This does not mean his feelings are false. It means that right now, he is not free. And someone who is not free cannot love you in the way you deserve, no matter how strong the connection feels in moments of closeness. I know this truth hurts, but I would rather you feel the pain of honesty now than the deeper wound of prolonged hope that slowly drains your spirit. I have seen how this waiting has shaped your prayers. They have become quieter, heavier, more cautious. You no longer ask with confidence, you ask with fear. You have started bargaining instead of trusting. That is not the kind of relationship with me I desire for you. I want you grounded, not constantly bracing for disappointment. I want you secure, not interpreting every sign as a message about your value. You may be wondering why I allowed you to love this deeply if it was going to hurt. My child, I never waste love. What you have felt, what you have given, what you have learned about your own capacity to care, none of it is lost. This season has been revealing your strength, your loyalty, your depth. It has also been teaching you discernment. Love is not just about intensity, it is about alignment. It is about two hearts free to choose each other fully, without shadows from the past interfering with the present. Stop blaming yourself for his hesitation. Stop shrinking your needs to make him comfortable. Stop telling yourself that asking for clarity is too much. I am the God of order, not confusion. If something requires you to constantly guess, wait, and suffer in silence, it is not flowing from me in its current form. That does not mean your story ends here. It means I am redirecting you towards something healthier, something more whole, something that does not require you to lose yourself in the process. I know part of you is afraid to let go of hope because hope has been the thread holding you together. But there is a difference between hope that heals and hope that traps. Healing hope draws you closer to peace. Trapping hope keeps you stuck in cycles that never truly move forward. I am asking you to trust me enough to release what you cannot fix. You cannot heal his past for him. You cannot untangle emotions he refuses to face. You cannot love someone into readiness. What you can do is choose yourself without guilt. You can step back without hatred. You can protect your heart without hardening it. I will not abandon you in this process. I am closer to you now than you realize. Every tear you have cried has been seen. Every silent prayer has been heard. Every moment you felt forgotten, I was holding you together in ways you do not yet understand. There is a future for you that does not involve competing with someone else's past. There is a love for you that does not hesitate, does not hide, does not keep you guessing. There is a peace waiting for you on the other side of this decision to stop ignoring what I am showing you. I am not rushing you, but I am calling you to honesty, with yourself. With me, and with what your heart already knows, you are not weak for loving deeply. You are not foolish for hoping. But you are stronger than you think, and you are worthy of a love that shows up fully, freely, and fearlessly. Let me guide you now. Lay this burden down. Stop carrying what was never meant to be yours to fix. Trust that when something is truly meant for you, it will not require you to lose your peace to keep it. I love you more than you can imagine. I am not taking something away to punish you. I am protecting you so you can receive what aligns with who you are becoming. Stay close to me. Listen to the quiet truth within you. And remember this always: you were never created to be an option in someone's unresolved story. You were created to be chosen, fully, freely, and without hesitation. My beloved child, come closer and listen again. I know after hearing the truth, your heart feels heavy, and part of you wants to pull back, to shield yourself from feeling any more. But do not close your heart. I am not asking you to become cold. I am asking you to become wise. There is a difference. I am with you in this moment, not as a distant voice, but as the one who understands every emotion rising inside you right now. I know the questions circling your mind. You are asking, if he loves me, why is this so hard? You are asking, if this connection is real, why does it feel incomplete? These questions are not signs of doubt, they are signs of discernment awakening within you. I placed that discernment in you for a reason. It is my way of guiding you gently away from pain that would grow deeper if left unaddressed. Understand this, my child. Love does not flourish in divided ground. When a heart is still tied to another story, another person, another season that has not been healed, it cannot fully plant itself in new soil. This is why you feel moments of closeness followed by distance. This is why promises feel implied but not spoken. This is why your soul feels unsettled even when your emotions feel strong. Your spirit senses what your heart has been trying to ignore. I see how you have tried to be understanding. You have told yourself to be compassionate, to give space, to not pressure him. You have carried patience like a badge of honor, even when it hurt. But patience should never require you to betray yourself. Love should not ask you to stay silent about your needs or diminish your worth to keep someone comfortable. I did not teach you to love by disappearing. There is something I need you to hear clearly now. You are not here to rescue him from his past. You are not responsible for untangling what he refuses to face. Compassion does not mean self-sacrifice to the point of emotional harm. I see how tired you are, even if you don't say it out loud. I see the way your energy has been draining slowly, quietly, as you keep hoping for a shift that has not yet come. Do not confuse emotional attachment with destiny. Some connections enter your life to awaken you, not to stay forever. They reveal parts of you that you did not know existed, your depth, your loyalty, your capacity to love fiercely. But awakening connections often come with lessons, not lifelong assignments. I am not cruel for allowing this. I am purposeful. What you are learning now will protect you later. You may feel afraid that stepping back means losing him forever. And yes, it may change the path. But hear me, anything that is truly meant for you will not require you to cling to it in fear. What is from me does not slip away when you stand in truth. It may pause, it may shift. It may transform, but it will not punish you for honoring yourself. Right now, I am asking you to pause the emotional chasing. Not because you don't care, but because you care too much to keep hurting yourself. Step into stillness. Let your silence speak where your words have gone unheard. Let your absence reveal what your presence has been covering. This is not manipulation. This is self-respect. This is you trusting me enough to stop forcing outcomes. I know part of you worries that if you stop trying, everything will fall apart. But my child, what falls apart when you stop forcing it was never stable to begin with. I am not asking you to make a dramatic decision today. I am asking you to stop ignoring the quiet guidance I have been giving you repeatedly. I am asking you to choose peace over anxiety, truth over fantasy, alignment over attachment. Let me remind you of who you are. You are not someone's temporary comfort while they heal from another love. You are not a waiting room while someone decides what they want. You are not meant to exist in emotional shadows. You are light. And light does not beg to be seen. It shines, and what is ready comes toward it naturally. I am preparing you for something deeper than what you have known. But preparation sometimes feels like loss before it feels like gain. Trust me in this uncomfortable middle. I am pruning not to hurt you, but to free you. What I remove makes space for what can finally grow without resistance. Stay with me. Do not rush your emotions, and do not suppress them either. Bring them to me honestly. Cry if you need to. Rest when you are tired. And remember this truth as you move forward: you are not being rejected. You are being protected. And the love that is meant to stay will meet you in peace, not in confusion. My beloved child, breathe with me for a moment. Let your shoulders relax. I know your heart is full, and your thoughts feel louder now than before. When truth begins to surface, it can feel overwhelming, like waves rising all at once. But I am here, steady and constant, holding you so you do not drown in your own emotions. You are safe with me, even in this clarity. I know there is a quiet grief forming inside you. Not just grief over him, but grief over the future you imagined, the conversations you rehearsed in your mind, the hope you nurtured in silence. Grief does not mean you were wrong to hope. It means you dared to believe in something beautiful. I honor that part of you. I am not asking you to shut it down. I am asking you to let me tend to it gently. You are beginning to see that love without freedom becomes a burden. And I know that realization hurts because you wanted love to be the place you rested, not the place you struggled. But listen to me carefully now. Struggle is not your destination. It is a signal. And I am responding to that signal by calling you higher. Not leaving you behind. You may be tempted to think, if I just wait a little longer, things will change. Waiting can be holy, but waiting without peace is a warning. I never ask my children to put their lives on hold while someone else decides whether they are ready. Waiting with me brings strength. Waiting in uncertainty drains it. And you have felt that drain. Your joy has dimmed. Your laughter has softened. Your confidence has been quietly questioned. That is not the fruit of the love I desire for you. I want you to understand something deeply now. His unresolved attachment is not a reflection of your value. It is a reflection of his inner work unfinished. Do not personalize what was never yours to carry. You did not fail to be enough. You simply encountered someone who could not yet meet you where you stand. And meeting halfway is not love, it is compromise at the cost of your wholeness. I see the way you try to stay strong on the outside. You smile, you function, you tell yourself you are fine. But inside, you have been holding your breath, waiting for reassurance that should have come naturally. My child, you were never meant to live holding your breath. Love should feel like oxygen, not survival. Let me speak to the fear you haven't said out loud. You are afraid that if you let go, you will be alone. You are afraid that this connection was your one chance. But I am the God of abundance, not scarcity. I do not give my children one fragile opportunity and then watch them suffer. What is meant for you cannot be missed by choosing truth. What is meant for you will find you when you are standing in alignment, not shrinking in hope. This season is teaching you to listen to your spirit, not just your emotions. Emotions are powerful, but they are not rulers. Your spirit knows when something is off. That quiet unrest you feel is not weakness, it is wisdom awakening. Do not silence it to keep temporary comfort. Honor it. I placed it within you as a guide. I am not asking you to make a loud exit or burn bridges. I am asking you to step back into yourself. Reclaim the parts of you that have been focused outward for too long. Pour that attention back into your healing, your dreams, your peace. When you stop chasing clarity from others, clarity rises within you. Watch what happens when you choose yourself with humility and grace. You will feel stronger, even if you feel sad. You will feel clearer, even if you feel uncertain. And slowly, you will notice that peace begins to return, not because everything is resolved, but because you are no longer fighting yourself. Remember this, my beloved, love that is from me will never require you to beg, wait in confusion, or compete with a past that should be released. Love that is from me will meet you in truth, walk with you in freedom, and cover you in peace. Until that love arrives in its fullness, I will be your shelter, your reassurance, your steady ground. Do not rush this process. Healing unfolds gently when you allow it. Stay close to me. Keep listening. I am still guiding you, step by step, away from pain and toward the life you deserve. And I promise you this, what is ahead will make sense of what you are leaving behind. My beloved child, stay here with me a little longer. I know your heart is tired, not just from loving, but from trying to understand, from hoping while hurting, from holding on while slowly letting go inside. I want you to know something very clearly now. I am not disappointed in you. I am not shaking my head at your choices. I am proud of your capacity to love, even when it cost you something. But I do not want love to keep costing you your peace. There is a moment that comes in every deep season of the heart when clarity feels heavier than confusion. Confusion at least gives the illusion of possibility. Clarity asks you to respond. And that is where you are now. You are not here by accident. You are here because you are growing, because your soul is maturing, because you are learning the difference between attachment and alignment. I know you keep replaying memories, wondering which moments were real and which were temporary emotions. Let me free you from that torment. Those moments were real. The connection was real. The feelings were real. But real feelings do not always mean right timing or right readiness. Something can be sincere and still incomplete. Something can feel powerful and still not be able to sustain you long term. This does not make you foolish. It makes you human. You have been trying to read between the lines because the lines themselves were never clear. My child, when something is right, you will not need to decode it. You will not need to analyze silence or justify distance. You will not need to convince yourself to stay hopeful. Hope will flow naturally, without fear. That is one of the ways you will recognize what is from me. I want you to stop measuring love by intensity alone. Intensity can come from wounds, from familiarity, from unresolved emotions. But peace comes from wholeness. I am leading you away from intensity that drains you and toward peace that strengthens you. Even if peace feels unfamiliar right now, trust me, it is where you will finally rest. You may feel a quiet anger rising at times, and then guilt for feeling it. Release that guilt. Anger can be a sign that a boundary was crossed or ignored. It does not mean you are becoming bitter. It means you are becoming aware. Awareness is the doorway to healing. Do not suppress it. Bring it to me, and I will soften it into wisdom instead of resentment. I also want to speak to the part of you that still hopes he will suddenly change, suddenly choose, suddenly become free. Transformation is possible, but it cannot be forced by your love or your waiting. If change comes, it must come from his own willingness to face the past. Until then, your role is not to stay and suffer as proof of devotion. Your role is to remain whole, do not fear the quiet that follows when you stop chasing. Quiet is not emptiness. Quiet is space. And space is where I do some of my deepest work in you. In that space, you will remember who you were before the confusion. You will reconnect with your joy, your strength, your sense of self. You will realize that you are still intact, still worthy, still deeply loved. I am teaching you now that walking away from what hurts does not mean you failed. It means you listened. It means you honored the voice within you that I placed there for your protection. You are not giving up on love. You are choosing a healthier expression of it. Stay patient with yourself. Some days you will feel strong, and some days you will miss what could have been. Both are part of healing. Do not judge your progress by how little you feel, but by how honestly you feel. I am with you in every emotion, steady and unchanging, and remember this, my beloved, as you move forward gently, you are not losing love. You are learning how love is meant to feel. And when the right love comes, free, present, and ready, you will look back on this season and understand why I asked you to stop ignoring what your heart already knew. My beloved child, let me hold you now as we come to this moment of completion, not an ending, but a settling of truth within your spirit. You have listened. You have stayed. You have allowed the words to reach places you once guarded. That alone tells me how brave you are. Many turn away when clarity asks something of them, but you remained. And because you did, peace will begin to find you in ways you cannot yet fully see. I want you to rest in this truth. You are not behind in life, you are not late in love, and you are not broken because something did not unfold the way you hoped. You are becoming. And becoming often requires release. What you are letting go of now is not love itself, but the version of love that kept you questioning your worth. I never wanted that for you. You were not created to carry emotional weight that is not yours. You were not designed to keep proving your value through patience that hurts. You were not meant to stay where your heart feels partially seen. I am gently closing a door not to punish you, but to protect the tenderness of your soul. What is closing now is making room for something that will not need explanation, justification, or endurance to survive. There will come a day when you will wake up and realize your chest feels lighter. Your thoughts will no longer circle around unanswered questions. You will laugh without forcing it. You will breathe deeply again. And in that moment, you will understand why I asked you to stop ignoring what I was showing you. You will see that I was guiding you out of confusion and into clarity, out of waiting and into living. Do not fear the unknown ahead. I walk there already. I am arranging connections that are not tangled in the past. Love that is present and emotionally available, joy that does not come with conditions. The love I am preparing for you will recognize you without hesitation. It will not make you feel small, unsure, or secondary. It will meet you with the same openness you offer, and it will feel like rest. Until that day, let me be enough. Let me fill the spaces that feel empty right now. Talk to me when the memories resurface. Lean on me when the loneliness whispers lies. I am closer than your breath, steadier than your emotions, faithful beyond your fears. You do not have to rush healing. You only have to stay honest and stay close. Release him into my hands. Release the outcome. Release the version of the future you were clinging to. What is meant to stay will return in alignment. What is meant to leave will do so without destroying you. I promise you this, nothing that truly belongs to you will require you to abandon yourself. I love you with a love that does not compete, does not hesitate, and does not fade. You are chosen, not as an option, not as a replacement, not as a waiting possibility, but as a whole, worthy soul. Walk forward now with grace. I am with you. And the peace you have been praying for is already on its way.